Would it be better if I kicked her over?
Oh my
God!
Hi everyone, it's Betsy with Lexington Local, and today we have the pleasure of being in a hot studio with Lexington Power Yoga, and it's Lorraine, Jillian, and Yolanda. So, what goes on here?
What we hope goes on here is a lot of feeling good and community and people being able to see each other when they come through the door and being happy about seeing their teachers and their neighbors. It's very local, Lexington kind of based. We've been here for 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah, or it'll be 10 years in October.
Nice.
And then the logistics of what happens here is that we do yoga classes, both heated and unheated. We also do barre classes, which is a really nice complement to yoga classes. And we've on and off tried a bunch of different styles of classes, and we continue to add and take away depending on kind of what people's...
Who shows up?
Yeah, who shows up.
Who walks in the door?
Yeah.
Nice. Now, what are your roles here? What do each of you do together or separate or?
It's a great question.
Yeah, it's a small business, so we all do everything. It's kind of one of those, you juggle it all. You teach the classes and you clean the toilets and you worry about the bills all at the same time. But we kind of share the load in most things. Lorraine has, from kind of the moment we started, been the manager of all of our teachers. She's been in the industry for a very long time. Even before Yolanda and I were really, we knew we wanted to open the business part of it, but Lorraine has been in the industry part of it, teaching for a very long time. So she's always been the manager of managers, we call her. And Yolanda has always done the finances and the books and kept us steady on working towards what makes sense business-wise.
Nice.
And I clean the toilets.
We've all like ebbed and flowed over the years. So the amazing thing is so when we started 10 years ago, when we opened our doors, I think Jillian was like 8 months pregnant with her first child. And now she has 4.
Wow.
So that's all gone on in the last 10 years. And, you know, through our different life journeys and life changes, our roles have shifted. And, you know, sometimes one of us is working more, one of us is working less because we're going through other things. And it's just the beauty and fun of owning a small business and kind of being there for each other.
Nice, nice. So how do you get to teach a class? Do you have to have
That's a great question. We do run teacher training. So I forgot to mention, we train teachers to teach yoga classes. So most of our teachers have a way of finding their way through the door, feeling like they're ready for more, doing a 10-month teacher training program, and then a lot of them find their way onto the schedule. You know, they kind of start as subs, they see how it goes, we see how it goes, and then, you know, we're really homegrown. We get approached by a lot of teachers who want to teach with us, and we love having a hand in knowing how they teach, why they teach what they teach, so that it complements what we do here. So yeah, we have teacher trainings. We hire other teachers when we need something that we don't specialize in, and we bring in traveling teachers to train us. So we're always learning and, you know, handing it back and forth, how we learn and how we grow and how we share it.
Nice. So to pass teacher training, seriously, like, do you have to do the moves perfectly? what is the criteria? I'm always curious.
Yeah, that's a great question. People often say I'm not ready, I can't do all the things, you know, the way I see some teachers, and it's more about the philosophy. Why would you teach something? What do you want your students to leave with? I'd rather have them stand well on their own 2 feet than to stand on their hands, right? So I feel like they teach where they come from and how they found their way to yoga, so it varies. So you don't have to do all the moves perfectly. I don't think that's what our students want. That's not what our community is about. So it's really about learning what you want bodies to do and why you want them to do that. So functional movement, strength, mobility, stability, all the things that allow us to kind of age gracefully and move through life with a sense of grace.
And not everyone does teacher training to teach. Like a lot of people go through teacher training just to augment their own practice or for life reasons, therapy reasons. Like there's a lot of different reasons people turn to teacher training.
But I will say students graduate surprised by their ability to teach. teach, because we really do from day one get them doing the skill of teaching or sharing or at least speaking to a group of people. So
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, I was gonna say, how many classes do we have here a week right now? 45, 50?
In this location,
Yeah.
about 5 a day. 5.
Okay.
So what is that?
35? Sorry, 35?
And then there's 2 other locations.
Oh.
So there's a location in Woburn and a location in Burlington as
Oh,
well.
nice. Okay. And what is, I mean, do you have a yoga philosophy? That might not be the right word, but what is your
Yeah.
mode of yoga?
Oh yes, so it's interesting because I think a lot of people look at yoga and they think the same thing that you asked with Lorraine, like if I can't do the moves perfectly, should I even show up, or can I, if I'm never going to look like that picture, should I come? And I think more than most yoga studios, and I'm going to say that with confidence, we actually do practice what we preach in terms of that the body doesn't move all one way, and that the postures never look kind of the way that they look on the internet in every body, or really in any body most of the time. So we have this space that we've created, I think, over these 10 years that really does feel welcoming to all different abilities. It is a more intense class, right? Especially the heated classes. The heat, the movement, the breath, all of that at a beginning stage can feel like, wow, transformative almost immediately, and I think that's what attracts a lot of people to it. But the actual postures themselves, what people see on the Instagram or on the internet, are not really that important to us. But the basis of our classes are vinyasa-based, matching movement to breathing, and kind of this continual flow of classes.
Okay.
And then our bar classes are a little bit more, they're kind of like Pilates off the mat, where they use the bar. It's not dancey, but it's uses small, precise movements to tone different parts of the body, set to like a faster paced music so that you can kind of lose your mind, not in a bad way, but like lose your thoughts in class.
While you're in pain.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that what you're saying? Right?
Yes,
So
yes.
it's such good music, I don't even know how much it hurts.
Yeah, that's it. Pretty much. Loud, really loud music.
Yeah. People come for all different reasons, and one of the things people will say oftentimes is like, oh my gosh, I don't know how to do yoga, like I don't think I could do that. And we always say, like, no, anyone can do it. It's totally individual. New people often fear that everyone's going to look at them and they're going to be falling over on their mat. And I think one of the main things of our studio is it's like open and welcome to all abilities, all bodies, all stages of life. I originally started doing yoga similar, 4 kids, 3 of us have 4 kids, and my body just like has never been the same. And after seeing a lot of different physical therapists and chiropractors and masseuses and orthopedic surgeons and all of that stuff, yoga was kind of the one thing that seemed to really have a positive impact on my joints and just like realigning my hips and things that get out of whack during pregnancy. That's my story.
Right.
Everyone has a different story.
Nice.
Yeah, we have some really cool community members. I mean, everybody's really cool. Like triathletes who come to train with us to supplement their training, who have like made really big progress because of being in class with Lorraine. And we have people who have just done the most amazing things in business and like started businesses and taken them to huge levels and just need like time away from thinking. Yoga is really this beautiful process that allows you, that gives you the skills to become more aware and present. And so I think we live in this town full of amazing people, and so this place has attracted a lot of those people, which is really fun.
And then the people who need it, teachers, nurses, frontline workers, I think they find their way here as a place that allows them to settle back into their bodies, and so they can't get it wrong. It's not like we're walking around to make sure everything's precise and exact. It's really about this feeling of being embodied and centered and present, so you can do everything else that the world asks you to do.
She's really nice.
I'm relaxed. You guys so are all your classes now in person, or how are you working this now?
Yeah, so lots of pivots and changes because of COVID, and still we're still I'd say in it, making changes and pivots.
Mm-hmm.
We have in-person classes that we hope make people feel like they're in a relatively kind of normal state of mind. And but the thing that's a little bit different is that we live stream those classes as well. And so people who are at home who want that opportunity are able to take classes via live stream. Almost all of our classes are this hybrid. So in studio with a teacher who's teaching, and also it's recording the teacher teaching for people at home.
Right. Nice. So what else do you want to share?
Yeah, we also have a program that allows people to really go deeper in the community. So it's an in-between classes and teacher training where they get support with meditation and breath work and some real tools that help you function daily at that higher level of connection and commitment and wellness and health. And so it just came from having the space and opening our doors to doing more, so that we're working a lot with mindset and community and that practice of gratitude, so that we're not only seeing the things that are going wrong and creating a high level of anxiety or stress or depression. This is our answer to what we see out there and how to bring it in here and allow people a space to really practice with some support of each other and with guides that, you know, are always learning and looking at neuroscience. So it's one of our pet projects, along with a meditation challenge, along with teacher training, along with bar training. So we really try and allow people the space that they need to elevate their lives on a daily basis. So
Everyone should do this.
everyone,
Yeah, we can.
everyone, sign up and
Tell your friends.
And it's great. Those are online, which is so exciting because it broadens beyond Lexington.
Right.
And so people have friends in California. My best friend in California joined, you know, some of the challenges, and it just feels like the world gets smaller as we all kind of expand and get bigger and trust that we can really get through the things that force us to find deeper tools and deeper resources. So it's been really fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
So logistically, how do they find you though? Do you have a website?
Yeah,
Okay.
our website's LPY Yoga. So we've always been Lexington Power Yoga when we started here, and then when we expanded in the last year, we've expanded 2 studios. We shortened it to LPY, which was a natural transition because everybody called us LPY anyways.
Okay.
So the web, even if they go to lexingtonpoweryoga.com, it will just revert them to lpyyoga.com.
Okay.
It breaks it down via location, and they're all really quick. They're all 10 minutes from each other.
Oh, nice.
So if there's not a class or a time that works at one of them, typically you'll be able to find a different style or a different time at the other. And the best way for questions or like reaching out is always via email. We have a phone number, but I never answer the phone. I just like to tell people that because I feel like they call and they're like, who are these people? Email. I have 4 kids, so you don't want me to answer the phone, but so email's the best way.
So if I was brand new, what do I need to bring? Like, what do I need to bring to class?
So first, if you're brand new, we do $25 for 2 weeks. So it's $25 and you can take as many classes as you can take in 2 weeks.
Nice.
And so you explore all the teachers who are amazing and really are just the best part, the backbone of the studio.
Yeah.
And all the different types of classes. When you come, you just bring a mat, but if you don't have one, we rent them.
Okay.
A towel usually people bring, but we also rent those. Water. And then clothes that feel comfortable. The only thing that I've ever seen that might be perceived as comfortable is like a big baggy t-shirt, and then if you're doing hot, it can get like in your way.
Mm-hmm.
So just something that might not get in your way.
So I don't have to go to Lululemon.
No.
I'll find something in my closet.
Yeah, exactly. And TJ Maxx is my best friend.
Okay. That's good to know.
Yes.
Nice. Well, thank you so much. This was so much fun.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.